was wobbled. That is not an opinion. That's what happened when he was hit by Jamie Oleksiak the other night. However, he was cleared after going back into that room by a spotter. Here's Paul Maurice today.
Yesterday afternoon, Dustin developed the symptoms, so he'll get checked by the doctor today.
So is he possible for the weekend then, or is he kind of on that 7-day window?
No, nothing's. There's no diagnosis yet on how to move forward. That'll happen today.
Not a good look.
Yeah, no, it's not a good look at all. But I don't really understand what's happening anymore. Like I thought, and maybe I'm the layperson, although you've seen the research that I've done on concussions in the past, I thought when a guy's legs went out from underneath him, that was a clear sign that a concussion had taken place. And everyone saw once that collision between two massive human beings happened that Byfuglien was out on his feet. Now, I will add the caveat to this, that as I look at this, I think immediately he's concussed. He shouldn't play the rest of the game. Once he gets on the bench and goes back to the room, you could see that if he's not going to admit, he's pretty clear here, right? Like he's saying, why am I going back?
It was really interesting how it played out because it felt like one of those moments.
Right.
Where Ben Sherratt's trying to help him into the bench, and then somewhere over the bench, he came to.
Right.
Because he was not in that state when he got to the bench.
But having been concussed before in my life a couple different times or been out on the feet, you know that happens. That used to be the old bell rung. You would lose the feet, you would shake it out, and you'd be fine. And I thought we were to the point where when this happens, it's just come out of the game because it's only game 28 or whatever it happened to be for the Winnipeg Jets. I don't know off the top of my head, probably because I've had too many concussions. But I thought that was the immediate, let's get out of here. Listen, you're a big boy. You play a physical game. We don't need you back out there. But I can see how the symptoms would go away and then would come back later because, lo and behold, he was concussed. But I don't understand how a spotter in the middle of all that can figure it out if the guy can look at you dead in the eye and go, I'm fine.
Well, here's what probably...
I don't remember what happened with Oleksiak, but I'm fine.
Here's what probably happened. Independent doctor in the room, when they left our view, is like, yeah, I think you're not going back in the game. And Dustin Byfuglien goes, I'm going back in the game. What the hell is that guy going to do about it?
Right.
Who's going to restrain Dustin Byfuglien from coming back, from physically coming back into a hockey game? And he went on to play more minutes than any other Jets defenseman that night.
Right.
Like, I think there's some just natural things that happen here that, quite frankly, the league and the team really shouldn't be held accountable for. And if a guy wants to come back, he comes back.
And part of me wants to say, Sid, if they want to go back in the game, let them go back in the game. And I'm sure there's Jets fans saying, and then I see tweets from Dan Carcillo, or then I see someone talking about what they wish they had known when they played the game. And I think to myself, sometimes you need to save people from themselves. I don't know where we stand in all this, other than to say brain damage is not worth game number 24.